Good evening and welcome in another video. And today I will be presenting or teaching you how to use a highway, how to use highway, because some of you were asking me how to use highway, so I'm gonna show you. Okay? Alright? Okay? So, this is how you use highway. And I'm gonna show you the plane, the boat, the train, radar, and that's it. Alright, enjoy. Okay, so highways. Now we're gonna start from the plane. Now we've got a highway on the ground, ground air, because it's the same highway, the railway and the river. Okay. Now with the ground or air highway, you've got the east one, west one, south one, and the north one. Okay. Now each side has 3 highways. So when you're trying, especially if you have more troops, you can try to squeeze some of them through here, some of them through the next one, and some of them through the next one. So having a plane in here, what is important to remember, the planes are quite fast, especially these ones or jets. So if you will be thinking too long of which map you want to go to, it will give you the message that you forgot to select the map, even though you did. Okay, so if I click in here, so you're clicking relatively close to the edge of the map. Okay, you click in there and then you select the map. Now in this case I want to select 1410, and you see you have to choose the target map to use it, right? Even though I did. So let's try it again, but this time a little bit quicker. Go in here, 410, click, and now you look at the groups. It's 58, now 57. If it's 57, I can then go there and see where my plane is now. Okay, so he got in here and is ready to fight. Okay, so then going back to my main map, and let's try to do it with the ground unit. So we use the Breda. Now they are much slower than the plane, so it's much easier. We can just click on the highway, click on 1410 and just wait. Just remember, you need to wait until that number drops. Okay, because if it doesn't drop and you try to go to the other map, I mean, it sometimes works, sometimes not, sometimes not. Now it's 56. Now I can go to that map and see what's happening. Now if you don't wait for the group to drops, I found this, that as I'm going to the new map, the troops will never appear, and you will get I mean, you may get a communication or not, but they're not gonna go through. So you just need to wait until that groups become one group lower, and then you go to check whether that troops went through. Okay, now quickly going back to the plane, don't be scared. If you move in the plane, especially bombers, I've noticed that you move into the other map, quite often you can see that this bomber here got destroyed. Okay, so you don't need to panic. This is how the game is constructed. Apparently they need to destroy that plane on this map in order to appear on the other map. So that's just a game thing. So don't panic, because you will have that plane on the other map. Never had a situation where I sort of lost the troop while moving through the highway, so you should not worry about it. Okay, now let's move now to the train. Now, sorry, actually going back to the ground highway. So obviously we've got a plane, we've got the ground troops, and obviously the helicopters works exactly the same as the plane. Now the faster helicopter, you need to be relatively quicker, but it will work exactly the same way. Now moving to the railway. Now the railway has two highways only, and they are at the end of the railway. Now in this case, for example, they both are relatively close to each other, as you can see, even though the whole network is like all over the map, but these are the two railways, the highways, sorry. So all you need to do is to go to select the train, obviously one at a time, and then click as far as possible to the end or edge of the map. So once you click, then you select your map and then wait. And again, you need to wait until that number drops one down, and then you go to the other map. So we got 56. Now it takes a bit longer with the train. Now 56. We want 55. Come on, we want 55. Yeah. Then we're gonna go 1410, and that train appears in here. Okay. So we're gonna stop it. Oh, you see? Okay. So what is important to know that sometimes as you are moving trains from one map to the other, they are parked outside of the map. Now they are on the map you wanted them to go to, but you're not gonna see them. You can see the white dot on the map, but you can't really see the train, and therefore you can't really select the train. So you are kind of stuck. So the only way to get those trains out of there is either to select all the units on that map, or just go to the menu, go to selection, and then you select the train. Once you select it, it will be selected, and then you just click whatever you like, and then they will come out. Okay? As simple as that. Okay, let's go back to my main map, and the last thing we have to show is the boat. Now we've got any boat, to be honest. So we've got those ones, and it's exactly the same as the railway. You've got the river on the map, and the river has the beginning and the end. So in this case, I've got one end of the map in here, the other end of the river is up here. Okay, so if I want to move the boats, now I suggest to bring the boat as close as possible to the edge of the map. Okay, and then at some point, whatever you select or click on the river, you will have this table pop out, and you just select the map you want to go to. So again, we're gonna select 1410, see what happens. Now group limitation on map 1410. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna go to 1410, and we're going to move my plane back to my main map. 23 groups. We want 22. Okay. Yeah. So now we're gonna go back to my main map. Now I can just double check whether I've got this plane in here, and it is here. And then go to the boat, select the boat, click there, and go to 1410. and now I'm just observing my groups. Once it drops down to 55, I'm gonna go to the map 1410 to check whether I've got those boats over there. Come on. Now both, boats and trains are quite slow. Now you can see that they exploded, and again, especially the new player would panic here that, you know, someone destroyed my boats, but they're not destroyed, or, you know, technically they are destroyed on that map, but you will have them on the new map, and here they are. Okay, so it's as easy as that. Any boats you can move exactly the same way, trains you move exactly the same way, and the planes and the ground units you are moving the same way. Now if you're trying to move, let's say you've got a bunch of breeders and you want to move them quickly, unfortunately you cannot move all of them at once. You need to do it one by one. Now there was one video I had where there was a big fight, and I tried to move over a bunch of moles. Now we all know the moles are very powerful, but at the same time they're very weak. So if the mole comes out through the highway and there are a bunch of other troops waiting for it, you can send 100 of them, and none of it will gonna make it. None of it. Because once that one group appears, there is absolutely no chance that that group can do, you know, even marginal damage to the bunch of, you know, let's say T-34s, which that was in my case. It was a bunch of T-34s, so by the time I, you know, throw a few rockets on them, you know, my moles are destroyed. So you have to remember, so when you are planning to move a large groups of troops, you know, move 2 or 3 groups and then check the map what's happening, and then, you know, carry on. Okay, so that is it, I'm afraid, yeah, and I guess I will we'll see you in another video. All right. So that's it. Very easy. Okay? So now you know how to use highway. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. You have to subscribe. Subscribe. It's almost 1500, which is great. So once again, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. The next video I will see you.